Hey guys, my name's Kelly. Sorry, my cat, Buddy Boy. Okay. Hey guys, my name's Kelly. Today I am so excited to be doing another thrift haul, and I know I say that in every video, but it's true. I love thrift hauls, I love thrifting, and I love sharing what I find with you guys, inspiring you to hopefully go out and thrift if you feel comfortable and safe enough to do so. So I'm going to jump right into what I found because I am just so pumped about all these things. I will say the first day I went thrifting, I spent $60, so I'm going to show you the stuff that I found that day first, and then I'll talk about the other stuff later. So the reason I want to say how much I spent is because I feel like I've found some really awesome things. Most of these things I bought I feel like could have been $60 new on their own, so to spend that much for all of these things was really cool. The first piece I found was this v-neck sweater. It's cashmere and it's a nice like light camel color, and it's a v-neck, which I've actually been looking for a good v-neck cashmere sweater. It's also a longer length, so more of like a tunic length, which I've also been looking for, like longer sweaters, because most of the sweaters I wear are very oversized. They're like men's extra large or like larger sizes, which I like, but I wanted something that was more fitted, but also, and like more feminine, but also still a little bit longer in case I did want to wear it like more casually with leggings or something like that. I could do so and feel comfortable. So I was really excited to find this because it checks two boxes of things I've been looking for. It's from the brand Tina Stevens. It's an extra small, which honestly, like, I don't normally wear an extra small, so this was a pleasant surprise. And yeah, I just really love it. And I have washed it already a couple times because I've been wearing it a lot, and it's held up really well. I will say the thing about not washing your cashmere is totally a myth in my opinion. I wash my cashmere all the time. Over time, it may shrink a little bit if you're washing your items very often, but that's only if you, like I said, are washing it a lot. I will wear my sweaters a few times before I wash them, and most protein fibers like cashmere, wool, things like that will actually repel, or not repel, but they inhibit the growth of bacteria and things like that, so you actually can go longer without washing them. So I generally only wash mine if I feel like they really need it. But I will say one downer from this sweater was that it did have a small hole in the back, or it does. So I do plan to mend that because you can pretty much mend those holes without any visibility if you're careful. And I have done that before and had no issues. So I highly recommend investing in your items and mending them if you can. The next thing I bought was another cashmere piece. I really hit the jackpot that day. I found multiple cashmere sweaters, and I tried to just stick to ones that I thought I would wear a lot. So both of these were $6.99. This one is Talbot's. It's like a roll neck, mock neck. I don't know exactly what this specific neckline would be called. It's like the 60s color. But it is just a nice light gray. I've also been looking for a gray sweater. I don't have a lot of cool toned items in my closet, but I do like grays. And I like that this is a nice light gray. And it's also a little bit longer, so I'm really pleased with this piece as well. And last but not least, for the sweaters, I found a Madewell sweater, which was exciting because I've only found Madewell items a couple times at the thrift store, and it's never been anything I've been interested in. And I love cardigans, I love long cardigans, and I was able to find the Madewell one at my thrift store. This piece was also $6.99, I think. So I did, oh, you know what? The gray sweater was $10, and this one, both of this and the first sweater were $6.99. That's what it was. So yeah, this one's really nice. It's a nice cream color. It does have some fuzzies on it, or pills, and I will be like getting a fabric shaver and shaving those off very carefully, but I'm really happy with that piece as well. And as last but not least, for the clothing, I found a pair of Michael Kors linen pants. They are just a simple, like, this is very much natural linen color, and so I was really happy with these because I've also been looking for a nice pair of high-waisted linen pants. These fit the bill. They're a wide leg, but I like that they're pretty much floor length. I think I mentioned this recently, that wide leg pants and that are cropped just don't work for me, in my opinion. So I was really excited to find these, and I will say, since washing them, the hem has shrunk just a tiny bit, but I can let the hem out because it's a nice wide hem. There's two folds here, and it's very wide, so I'm probably going to let the hem out in the future just a little bit, but that's a project for another day. And same with linen. I do wash my linen. It will shrink a little bit. Well, it depends on the item. It could shrink pretty dramatically, but it's usually a risk I'm willing to take because I like to be able to launder my clothes and I recommend just washing everything on cold all the time. You never want to use hot water if you can help it, because that will shrink pretty much anything that's natural fiber. And it will shrink a lot more dramatically if you wash on hot. But yeah, I just like to dispel myths about fabrics like this, because so many people think, you know, if you buy linen or cashmere, you have to get it dry cleaned and spend a lot of money. And I will say that is not true. But if you do wash linen, it will soften and it will wrinkle more and look a little bit different than if you don't. So it just has to be whether or not you're willing to go for that more relaxed look. So for the decor pieces I also bought on that same day, still within the $60 that I spent, I first found this green vase, and I really like the shape of it, but I don't love the color. I mean, I like green, but I don't necessarily like this like neon limey green. So I do plan to do the DIY that everyone has been doing with the baking soda paint on this piece, and I had been keeping my eye out for something to do this with for a while, but I kept like forgetting to actually look while I was at the thrift store. So like I had in mind that I wanted to look for one, but when I would go, I would forget to look. So I wanted to find something that was a nice shape, but that I thought would look better with like a more natural finish. So that's what I'm going to do with this. And the second thing I bought was this little pitcher, which I plan to use as a plant pot. I really like using things like this for plant pots, like unexpected vessels. And I also like handmade pottery. So it kind of combines two loves of mine into one use. And last but not least from that day, I bought this beautiful picnic basket. It has two like wine bottle holders, and then it's just one large like basket portion, and the wine bottle holders actually disconnect from the basket. So I do have a plan for using these and then this basket as two separate items, and I will be DIYing them. So if you have any guesses as to what I plan to do, leave them below. But I don't actually drink wine, so I don't have, well, that's a lie. I don't drink at all, generally speaking. I will say it's like I'll have a drink like once or twice a year. So I don't have a use for this as like wine storage, but I do have plans for it. So if you have any guesses, leave them below. And that's all I bought on the first day. So the second day I went thrifting, I spent $40 and I got two things, well, technically three. I did end up going back to the thrift store. I found those beautiful bamboo chairs at. If you saw my thrift with me, you will have seen the chairs that I mentioned, and I said that they came with this big table, and to me, the set didn't really make sense to have two smaller chairs with one giant table. Normally, you'd expect like 4 chairs to be at the table, so it just seemed kind of odd. And I went in on the 6th because I had looked at the tag on the item and it said that by that day they would be 50% off. And they had already gone down to 25% off another day that I was there. And I was like, okay, if they're still here when they're 50% off, I'm going to offer to pay the full price but only get the chairs and like not buy the table, and see if they'll let me do that, because I know normally thrift stores don't like to break up sets. And so I went in and I asked them, and they originally, sorry, Killian is rubbing on the tripod. Originally they said no. I said, well, I want to pay the full price. I just want to get the 2 chairs. And then they went and asked, and they allowed me to do that. So I spent $30 on both chairs. It's like $32 plus tax and everything. But yeah, I was really excited about them, and I need to make cushions to go on them because they don't have any cushions. And for now they will be staying at my parents' house because I won't be taking them back to Kansas with me. I don't have room in my car. But I barely had room in my car to get them to my parents' house. But they have a place for them, and so I'm really grateful that they're willing to like use them and keep them for me until we either pick them up another time or we may end up moving to this area in the future. So that was really exciting to find those. And the same day I went there, I also found this wicker bookshelf that hangs on the wall. I guess it's not really a bookshelf, but like wicker wall shelf. It does have a little bit of damage on it where it's been discolored, but to me it's not that big of a deal, and it was $6.99, so to me that was a really good deal. A lot of the times you find people selling these on Facebook Marketplace or like Instagram shops for like upwards of like $25, $50, $60. It just depends on the person. I've seen people selling these for like $80, so to find one for $7 was really awesome, and I don't mind the little bits of damage that it has. And I'm actually using it in the attic makeover that I'm doing at my parents' house, so stay tuned for that. And then last but not least, I also was browsing Facebook Marketplace as usual and found an amazing set of bent wood furniture. So it actually has like a rattan look to it, but it is wood, and it's also got some leather on it. So it looks like rattan and cane, and the design and the style of it, but it's wood and leather, so I found that really interesting. And the whole set was $100. Actually, I keep looking over at it, sorry. The whole set was $100, and I actually didn't pay for it. My mom did, because it's for her space. And I offered to pay for it because I found it and I had the idea for using it in here, but she was like, no, it's okay, I'll get it, which was very sweet of her. So we have plans to fix it up, and I'm actually struggling right now with the design of the side tables. I can't decide what the top should be made out of. Getting tempered glass cut for the tabletops would be kind of too much of an expense than we want to put into it right now. It would cost $60 per tabletop for each of the 2 side tables, and then plus if we were going to do glass with those, we might want to do it for the larger table, and that would cost even more. So it's just too much to put into furniture that was only $100 total. And so I'm not sure what to do with the 2 side tables. I thought about weaving a top with some kind of like sturdy cord, like fiber rush cord or something like that, but I'm just not sure how well I would be able to do that. A lot of times the weaving on furniture pieces like that is done like partially before the furniture is fully constructed. So a lot of the times like part of the threads are pre-woven and then you construct the furniture and then you do the rest of the threads. So I'm not sure how I would do it when it's already fully finished. And also just the way the design of the tables are made, I'm not sure if I could work around like all the different areas. So I just don't know what to do, but if you have any suggestions, let me know. One thing I am considering is getting those like thin canvas panels that they make that are just like the sturdy, like hard canvas panels, and covering them with burlap and then like Mod Podging it so it would be very textured, but doing like a lighter burlap because the couch I have in that area is actually wood and it's painted a cream color, so I feel like if I got a creamy colored burlap and then left the texture of it but then coated it in something where it wouldn't get as damaged or get spills on it as easy, yeah, that's something I'm considering. So I don't know if that idea is a good one or not, but at the moment it may be the highest contender. But if you guys have any suggestions, I would really love that. So yeah, that's all I bought. A total of $200 was spent for all the stuff in this video, and I think that's an amazing deal for everything that I was able to get. And I would love to hear what you guys think as well. I hope you guys are having a lovely day wherever you're at, and I'll see you next time. Bye.